Hey y'all, welcome to May Planting. In this video we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the just didn't quite make it out of the ground. So we probably wouldn't have planted anything in May had it been everything came up as we expected. But as y'all know with a garden, there's going to be something or a couple things that don't work out the way that you plan them to. First thing was the marigolds. They did not come up. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. And we had melons. Now, I showed them in our garden tour. Some of them did come up, but not quite as many as we wanted. And we always seem every year to not have enough melons. We always wind up buying watermelons from the store or from the guy who's selling them down the road. So this year we wanted more than what we needed. And not as many came up as I would have hoped that they came up. So we're going to plant some more of those. And then we're still planting sweet potatoes. That's not bad. That's actually good because we just have so many slips and I don't want to put them in the ground. So we're just like finding garden bed spaces and pots and things to put them in so we don't have to put them in the ground. So that's just been month long since last month. We've just been slowly planting sweet potatoes as our potatoes keep giving us more slips. And Abby's helping us out today, aren't you, Abby? You can say hi? Say hi? All right, y'all, so we're gonna start with marigolds. And yes, this is one of those things that just didn't work out for us this year. You're always gonna have at least one or two things, and this was just one of them for us. So we started marigolds and twice. The first time they didn't come up. Don't know why, but it was the first time we started marigolds by seed, so it was like, okay. So we tried to do a different method of starting them, and they sprouted, they were ready to plant, and we did like the paper towel and bag method. Well, because we have so many people in our house, they got thrown away. And so that was the end of that. Now, you guys know if we watch our channel, we like to buy dying plants from the nurseries, and we like to save them, give them a second life. So thankfully, there was a nursery in our area that had these beautiful African marigolds, and as you can see, they're not doing so well. They have a lot of dead stuff on them. They're way oversized for these pots. And they need to be just given some little TLC. So that's what we're gonna do for them. Obviously, I don't recommend buying plants from nurseries that are not doing well. I like to do it, I guess if we've just gotten pretty good at saving them. We got these for $1 a piece. They're 4-inch pots. Got them for $1. I could not find them less for $1.80. And that was through like Lowe's, Walmart, Home Depot, which I wouldn't recommend buying them from there anyway. And then at nurseries, I couldn't find them for less than like $2 or more. So $1 from a nursery was a pretty great deal for these. So this is not all we have. I've already planted some. We got 31 of these. So in this garden bed area, we have 4 beds. I think I'm gonna put 2 in each bed, which I've already done some. And then for our back garden, back there, I have a whole tray sitting back there. You can see it right there. I think I'm gonna plant that whole tray back there, which is 18. And then I'm gonna save 4 of these for the herb garden up at the front of our house. So I did read that they help repel flies, and we can get some pretty bad fly infestations on our porch because we have muddy shoes all the time up there, stuff like that, and it just attracts the flies. So I'm hoping that planting these in the herb garden may help deter some of the flies. Come here, sweetie. Come here. You want to say hi? Oh, you poor thing. You're separated from the rest of your family. Who brought you in here, huh? Where's the culprit of bringing the duckling in the garden? Poor thing. Look, it's crying. It wants to go back with its flock. So this is a few days after we planted those way overgrown marigolds. As you can see, putting on beautiful flowers. A bunch of them are anyway. These are the sadder looking ones of the bunch. One back there, one there. That one looks really nice. So back to what I was saying, that one's a super pretty color. There's one over there. All of them made it, no problems. They're all looking really nice. I think they just needed to get in the ground. They were way too big for those pots. So I'm glad we were able to give those a second life, like I talked about when planting them. Another thing that we need to do that I'm going to include in this video is we also need to prune some of those tomatoes. We did cage them. And if you guys haven't seen that video, it's on our channel about how we did those cages. So far, they seem to be holding up really nice. You can see all those hills of squash are coming up nice. I think one variety of squash did not come up. I'm not totally torn up if we don't end up with that variety of squash. It's not the end of the world. This is the most squash we've ever had. Like, we've never actually had squash. We've only ever gotten zucchini off of our plants, because back the last time that we planted squash a couple years ago, I didn't know any better about all the male flowers being on the plant. So now I know better, and I won't let them just produce male flowers. The boys have been doing a really good job keeping up with the weeds. This is grape. These are the Boston pickling cucumbers that we planted last month. Those look great. And then these are the National Pickling Improved that we planted in March. These have had flowers all over the plants for like the past week or so now, so we should be getting cucumbers like anytime. And then if we keep going down, there's the Marketmore 76 slicing variety. And that one we also planted in March. And it's gotten huge, tons of flowers, same thing. Should be getting cucumbers anytime now. And then we have the tomatoes. They're doing amazing too. Little baby tomatoes on these plants. And they look really nice. So this is the Roma. And then the ones that we got from that farm that weren't doing well, they're looking much, much better now. They're definitely going to make it. They're looking really nice. So these are the ones that I need to prune, because you can see, like, this one has like 2 stems right at the ground, and that's not good for tomatoes. I don't know enough about tomato pruning to like talk about it or do a video on it. I know enough to get by with our plants. So, but I know that the 2 stems coming almost out of the ground is not good. So I'm gonna take that one off. But what I like to do is take our cuttings that we get from pruning and replant them. And if you guys want, I can do another video on that subject, because we've been doing that for a while now and I know enough about that. So here's my pile of tomato cuttings, I guess you could say they are. Like, here's a big one. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn all the ones. I'm gonna go through and pick out the big ones, and I'm going to turn those into little tomato plants. It's the fastest way to propagate tomatoes and the fastest way to get fruit. I did mean to get this video up around mid-May when I usually put up our planting videos, but with just everything going on, that didn't work out, and I'm hoping to get it on before June. Pretty much, we've already talked about what didn't come up, I believe. I went back and watched some of the videos so I could refresh myself on what I've said and what I haven't. I'm gonna go show you guys now. The boys planted some melons inside. I don't know if I've already mentioned that or not. And here is some of them. So there's a bunch. They did a whole tray of cantaloupes and different melons. So this is 3 of them. We're still doing that hill method, so there's, 3 in an area. And then the ones that did come up are like vining, and they should be flowering anytime now. But so we got all the melons now that we wanted, even probably some more since the boys planted a whole tray. But I haven't really been down here. The boys have been just sort of taking care of everything. The boys and Dad have been doing a lot of the weeding again. Great job, guys. They got those melons going. They did the trays all by themselves. They brought them out here, transplanted them. So now that we got that done, I think the only thing left to do is we need to plant some acorn squash, but they'll get around to that. I think they're gonna do it today. And that's all we got going on today. Make sure that if you guys have not already, check out our May garden tour, and I should have another one coming out in June.